Hi, my name's Mike, and I discovered a competitor clicking on my Google ads. It's not like he was clicking on them repeatedly on the same day, but it was more just like, August 11th clicks on an ad, August 3rd clicks on an ad. I would describe this behavior as more curious than malicious. So it does cost a few bucks each time, so it's not without any pain. In today's video, I'm going to give you an overview of 4 of the best tools to stop PPC fraud. If you find this info valuable, please consider clicking on the affiliate links below. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but helps support this channel. So all of these tools are fairly easy to set up. There's a little snippet of code that you could throw into your Google Tag Manager, as well as on your Google Ads account in the tracking template. In this video, we'll look at Traffic Guard, Click Guard, PPC Protect, and Clicksys. So let's look at Traffic Guard first. I like this because they have a freemium plan, which allows you to use the service for free up to $2,500 in ad spend. Now, what's the big trade-off here is that it's monitor only, and it doesn't automatically add in IP addresses to block. But you could do this manually. If you had like a smaller ad spend, then this might make a perfect sense for you. And if you do want to pay and get the automated blocking of the IP addresses, then it's only 2% of the ad spend. So could start off pretty inexpensive initially, but there might be some better deals when you get into higher numbers of ad spend than paying 2%. You can see invalid clicks by different groupings, either ad group, the individual ads, or the keywords. And the click report here gives you a summary of all of the clicks. For each click, you get a timestamp, an IP address, threat level, and some other information as far as like which campaign, which ad group, ad and keyword, and then the device ID. You'll see that in the test period, it identified a couple of threats. One was a duplicate click, and another one was a known bot. So with Traffic Guard, they have a bots database. I'm not sure of the relevancy as for the PPC usage, because with Google, you can only block 500 IP addresses. Where this might come into play is that Traffic Guard seems to not only focus on PPC, but also in ad network like management. So this might help if you have like a group of ads as a publisher that you want to protect against bot traffic. But you can see here that having the database could help, because it could go from the unknown user to the ad network, insert Traffic Guard, and it'll filter out the fraudulent clicks before sending that onto the advertiser. So next on our list is Click Guard. Just looking at their pricing, they seem to offer items that cause the increases in pricing are going to be not so much clicks or ad spend, because all of these plans have the same amount of clicks at 5,000, but it's going to be more granular levels of control. So you see where this starts to fall off here on the cheapest plan. You have keyword rules, device type rules, threat level rules, VPN rules, continent rules. And then the number of rules in place for each subcategory, it goes from 5 to 10 to unlimited. And then another big item here is data retention. You get 3 months on the 2 lower tiers, and then 6 months on the higher tier. And then a bit better level support with the highest tier. So this says on demand within 24 hours for the middle level, and then 48 hours for the base level. So that was monthly pricing between $59 to $99 for ClickGuard. I ran out of trial time before making this video, so I don't have any of the dashboard of this service. Probably one of the tools that offered more granular control, and you'll see like in our next 2 items that we'll look at that they offer less granular control, but it might be a little bit more intuitive. So I mean, I think that depending on if you're looking at this from using it for your individual business, or if you're running like an ad agency where you're managing other people's ads, that might make the difference between if you want simple or a little bit more complex. With that said, let's move on to PPC Protect. So the opposite of having manual control would be PPC Protect. This has no user customizable settings. Basically, you have your clicks table here, and you can see the different columns here between legitimate, suspicious, and invalid. With invalid, it just tells you it's invalid and adds it to the list. You can see that this particular invalid IP clicked 5 times between August 20th and the 27th. So with other services, you would be able to say, hey, I only want to serve the ad 2 times within a 1 week period to a specific user. You can adjust these numbers. With this, it kind of has that programmed in. I guess potentially 5 within a 1 week period might be a limit that triggered it. MCC dashboard, it seems like you could have a bunch of different accounts here. So I mean, this might be good for agency use. You can see fraud stats broken down by keyword, campaign placement, and location. You can have a co-branded URL here, so this might be good if you're sharing this with clients. And there's user management to add in different users and assign them to different accounts. So this would be a useful agency feature. Pricing is determined by the amount of monthly spend. So the cheapest plan is $70, and that covers you up to $10,000 in monthly spend. Then you could do $130 for $20,000 in monthly spend, and $240 for $40,000 in monthly spend. So how does this compare with what we've looked at so far? 40,000 times the 0.02% would be $800 if you were using Traffic Guard for this. If we looked at 20,000, that would be $400. So again, this is cheaper. And then even at $10,000, we're looking at $200. So Traffic Guard is more expensive once you get off of that freemium level. So let's look at the last software option, and that's Clicksys. And this is kind of my favorite. I think it's a good blend of manual control and kind of automatic control. And let me show you an example of this. So this is the Clicksys dashboard. This has a similar approach where you can see the data per campaign, keyword, countries and ad groups, some different ways of breaking down the information. I really like this clicks report. It's kind of a nice setup, pretty easy to understand. You can toggle items that you want to block. And what's really cool about this is it's got like kind of a hotjar feature built into it where it will show you recordings of what the users are doing on the site. Also, a neat feature is this ad spy tool where you can monitor your keywords in a specific location, and it'll show you how you rank compared to your competitors. And it will also show you your competitors' actual ads, so you can see how they compare to what's running on your account versus what they're running. So this is nice in that you can set in your click fraud threshold rules. So this can be so many clicks within so many time period. And what's really nice about this is that you don't have to think about it that much. In that if you hit suggest rules, it'll take you to some common different type of Google AdWords, and it'll show you like some different click ranges and give you a suggestion of how you should set up the account, basically. So you can see there's different industries, and it shows you some different ways of setting up your click thresholds for the specific industries. And so finally, let's look at pricing here. Clicksys is another one that limits not by spend, but by clicks. You see 5,000 clicks, it would be $50 a month. And then you get a few more features when you go up to the $75 Pro plan, and you get 10,000 clicks included. But you can increase this up to 100,000 clicks for $250. So pretty reasonably priced as well. Granted, I haven't evaluated these as a PPC agency, so I mean, I'm sure that there could be some ways in which sub-accounts are handled and how reporting is handled that might factor in and make you choose one of those just based on agency needs. But I am curious to see what is your opinion on these different PPC protection software, and which one you like and which one you chose and why. So feel free to leave those in the comments below, and thanks for watching.